Top 10 Best Movies for Kids of All Time. A family movie could be emotional or ridiculously funny. That's right, I'm talking about those classics you watched as a child and you would rewatch over and over again. With this top, you will know why they never go out of style. Number 10. Home Alone. The 8-year-old Kevin is an angel-faced troublemaker who must protect his house from a couple of burglars. His large and rich family went on Christmas holidays and left him home alone.
Oh. Mom?
What would you have done?
I made my family disappear.
Well, Kevin enjoys his freedom to be alone and to use his skills to build homemade traps to scare these silly burglars away. This 1990 American comedy was one of the highest-grossing movies in the USA. Just on opening weekend, it grossed $17 million and has grossed over $470 million so far.
Yes! Yes!
Currently, Disney is planning to remake this 90s success.
Scream.
So you'd better not leave little Kevin on Christmas Day because you could get a scare. Number 9. The Lion King. This movie transports you to the spectacular African savannah, letting you appreciate its majestic fauna. This was possible thanks to the fact that producers went to the Hell's Gate National Park in Kenya to get inspiration from this wonderful African beauty. According to the plot, Simba, being aware of his father's death, comes back home to confront his evil uncle Scar and to claim the king's throne.
Oh, I just can't wait to be king.
A very touchable and full of incredible moments movie, whose animation and soundtrack were remarkable. The Lion King grossed over $968 million and won an Oscar for Best Original Song and a Golden Globe in Best Motion Picture, Musical or Comedy category. And there's still more, because in 2016, this movie was selected by the United States National Film Registry for preservation in the Library of Congress. As the song says, Hakuna Matata, Hakuna Matata. Number 8. The Incredibles. This Disney and Pixar animated film shows a particular universe. Superheroes are strong and destructive, and that works against them in society. That's why they're forced to remain anonymous and live as normal people. However, Bob Parr, seeking an antidote to the normal life he has led for over 15 years, will save the world along with his family using their powers. The Incredibles won 2 Oscars, one for Best Animated Feature and the other for Best Sound Editing. This movie has become a classic regarding the battle between good and evil, with the perfect balance between Disney and Pixar that never disappoints and makes it worth to be watched with the family. Number 7. Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone. The movie franchise, based on the novels by J.K. Rowling, is likely to have awakened your inner wizard. Don't deny it.
You're a wizard, Harry.
This adventure began in 2001, when Harry Potter and the Sorcerer's Stone was released. In this movie, Harry goes to the Hogwarts School of Witchcraft and Wizardry to meet his new best friends, Ron and Hermione.
Ron Weasley.
Pleasure.
In addition, he finds out that everybody knows him because when he was a baby, he survived the killing curse of a wizard who must not be named.
Welcome back, Mr. Potter. Welcome back.
However, his greatest good is to unmask Professor Quirinus Quirrell, who had been keeping alive he who must not be named.
Voldemort.
After its release, this magic movie was a box office hit, grossing over $974 million worldwide. I'm a Hufflepuff. What about you? Which Hogwarts house do you belong to?
Gryffindor!
Number 6. Finding Nemo. Now I'm going deep into the fantastic Australian waters to see the animals living in there. Nemo is a much-loved little fish, overprotected by his father, since he almost died when he was a baby. As Nemo is kidnapped by divers and ends up living in a fish tank in Sydney, his father, Marlin, begins a dangerous adventure looking for him next to Dory, a fish with short-term memory loss. Simultaneously, Nemo and his new friends come up with a plot to leave the fish tank, Nemo's Courage. Marlin and his allies' guts teach us that anything is possible if you persevere.
No, I am not gonna lose you again!
To date, this movie is the 6th highest grossing movie ever. It won an Oscar for Best Animated Feature Film, and it is included in the top 10 of animated films of the American Film Institute. You can't miss this trip in the ocean with Nemo.
Love you, Dad.
Number 5, E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial. If you thought the Area 51 started up all the thing, well, by 1982, the aliens had arrived already. This sci-fi movie shows the close encounter of Elliot with the lost alien, E.T. This event strikes up an exceptional and so strong friendship that they create a psychic connection between them. After being caught and held prisoners by the government, Elliot managed to escape with E.T. so that he can finally go back home. Here is where you can see the popular biking scene. E.T. the Extra-Terrestrial is considered one of the best science fiction movies. It was nominated for 9 Oscars and won in Best Original Score, Best Sound Mixing, and Best Sound Editing and Best Visual Effects categories. Plus, it won a Golden Globe for Best Movie in the Drama category. E.T. is a fantastic movie you should definitely watch. And as E.T. would say,
I'll be right here.
Number 4, Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs.
Snow White, the princess?
This is the first Disney classic and such a pioneer in animated feature films. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs is seen by many as a masterpiece. This movie marked a milestone in the animation world due to the technical and artistic innovations involved in it. The movie shows us how the Princess Snow White has to dress in rags and do serving stuff. As her evil stepmother is worried about not being the most beautiful anymore, Snow White must deal with many murder attempts until the prince manages to wake her up from a deep sleep, in which she had fallen by biting the poisoned apple. In 1989, this wonderful movie was labeled as cultural, historical, and significantly aesthetic by the United States Library of Congress, and it was selected for preservation in the National Film Registry. Furthermore, it heads up the top 10 of the American Film Institute. Have you seated your family and popped popcorn already? Number 3, Toy Story. This first Pixar feature film is about toys coming alive with a moral that friendship can do anything.
T-O-Y, toy.
On the first week, Toy Story was the highest grossing in USA and Canada, grossing over $191 million in both countries.
The toys are alive!
This movie is considered one of the greatest innovations in animation and won 8 Annie Awards, including Best Animated Feature. The Special Achievement Academy Award was given to John Lasseter, the director, for development and application of proper techniques which made it possible to make the first computer animated film. Toy Story is universally acclaimed by professional critics. In addition, it has been certified fresh with a tomato meter of 100% by Rotten Tomatoes, and the users give it a star rating of 9 out of 10. This movie will be always enjoyable for kids and adults. As Buzz and Woody would say,
To infinity and beyond!
Number 2, Up. In the animation world, the first 4 minutes of Up makes one of the best clips ever done that recaps a life. The moving and inspiring story of Carl and Ellie Fredrickson give us a lot to feel. And you, could you hold back your tears when Ellie dies? I know you couldn't. But in fact, that's when Carl embarks on a new adventure to make his dream come true. So he ties balloons to his house and flies to South America. This crotchety old man, a boy, a talking dog, a strange bird, and unbelievable views are witness to this very high-flying adventure. Up won 2 Golden Globes in Best Animated Feature Film and Best Original Score categories. This movie also won 2 Annie Awards for Best Animated Feature and Best Directing in a Feature Production. If you haven't seen it yet, it's time. You'll love it. Number 1. The Wizard of Oz.
I am Oz, the great and powerful.
In this movie, released in 1939, you are going to see the trip of Dorothy, an innocent farm girl who faced a lot of unwelcome events trying to get back home with her uncle and aunt in Kansas. While life provides her with great lessons, her beloved dog Toto, Scarecrow, Tin Man, and Cowardly Lion help her to find her way back home. This film, based on the classic fairy tale by Lyman Frank Baum, stood out for its fantastic musical score and wonderful use of Technicolor. But what's up with this purple horse? For the time being, The Wizard of Oz represents an icon of American popular culture. In addition, it is considered the #1 fantasy film by the American Film Institute and is one of the few films considered Memory of the World Register by none other than the UNESCO. So, as you know,
there's no place like home.
Have you seen them all already? Share with me your favorite movies. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe. We have more in Trend Max. By the way, there are more videos you might enjoy here. Click on them and discover more funny things in this world.